Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only, and for those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. And through this channel I'd like to provide some stock analysis and also a short 5-minute trading lesson at the end, so please stay tuned. Okay, so today's stock analysis is for GEVO, ticker symbol GEVO. So let's have a quick look at what this company is involved in. So they're engaged in commercialization of jet fuel, gasoline and diesel fuel. So they produce isobutanol through fermentation of renewable plant biomass. So that's positive for the environment. They also have two segments. One segment is looking at research and development, and the other segment is looking at production of sale of renewable jet and other fuels. So there has been a little bit of bad news for this stock this week, and we're going to look at that. However, long term I'm very bullish on this stock. I'm still holding this stock and I believe this stock is going to make an excellent comeback this year. So let's start first of all with the bad news. Okay, so first article I'd like to share with you is from Yahoo Finance, dated Wednesday, March the 17th. So this is basically looking at the GEVO reported quarterly 4 loss. So let's have a look at the key headlines in this article. So first of all, we can say that the revenues of $0.53 million for the quarter ended 2020 missed the Zacks consensus estimate by 29.67%. And comparing that to the year ago revenue of $6.89 million, the company has topped consensus revenue estimates 2 times over the last 4 quarters. So a little bit of bad news there. Let's see what this means. Okay, so basically what this means is the revenue was not as good as the analyst had expected. However, on a positive note, what we can say is if we look at the GEVO shares compared to the S&P 500 shares, S&P 500 shares did gain in excess of 5.7%, but GEVO's gain at a similar time has been in excess of 132%. So that's more on a positive note. So GEVO has outperformed the market so far. And the question now that we need to ask as investors or potential investors is what is next for this stock. So the figures have not been as good as I expected, and one of the reasons I think that has happened is I think a lot of people overestimated the good news potential for this stock, and it didn't come out as expected, but that does not mean the business fundamentals have changed. That does not mean the growth potential is still not there. What it does give is an opportunity for new investors to enter this play with a huge potential upside. So we're going to look at the potential for this stock now. Okay, so this next article I'd like to share with you is from March the 19th, 2021 from the Motley. So the headline here is GEVO quarterly 4 2020 earnings call transcript. So let's delve a little bit deeper into this article. The key thing I'd like to share with you from more of a positive point of view is the key headline at the top there, which I'm just going to summarize for you. So a top share with enormous growth potential. So that grabs my attention, and that should really grab the attention of people considering investing in this. So why is that? So first of all, it is a good opportunity now that we have seen a little bit of a pullback, and what we are basically saying that this company has enjoyed a dominant market leading position in terms of scalability. The model has helped it deliver consistently high sales figures, near 70% margin. So that's certainly good. Rising shareholder returns, and 2019 it was a very good year, returning 150 million plus to shareholders in dividends and buybacks. So that's the good news. So I think with this stock, COVID-19 has had an impact. So let's have a look at that further down in the article. We can say that the management have acted swiftly to ensure the business is well placed to deal with that. There has been a lot of uncertainty. There has been a lot of problems with COVID-19, not only for GEVO, but other businesses as well. However, what we have to do is we have to look at the future. We have to look at the economy. We have to look at the bounce back. So this is a good opportunity for this business because we're going to now look at the investor presentation and what is the potential for the future. Okay, so before we look at the investor presentation, I just want to give a shout out to Lion Share from Yahoo Finance, and I think he has made some excellent points about this stock, which I will share with you. So what his first thing he said is there are many catalysts ahead for this. Gruber seems optimistic that during 2021 they're going to look at production for future net zero 2 and 3 plants and take pay contracts. So first of all, the first plant we'll be looking at revenue figures of $1.5 billion. The other plant close to $3 billion for future revenues, and he certainly believes that there's going to be some big name customers with some announcements possibly coming soon. So he certainly seems to think there could be some positive catalysts for this. He's also said that government policy is favourable, so that's one thing that I do agree with Lion Share with, in terms of the Biden government certainly being a lot more proactive in this environmentally friendly sector, and certainly for businesses like GEVO. If you remember when the Biden government did get confirmed for the election as president, there was an instant spike in the price for GEVO. So this is a stock that will be supported by the Biden government, and certainly confident of that. And let's just finish off by looking at Lion Share and what he's also said. He said that the company is sitting on over $500 million in cash. They have no debt. They have plans. And it's probably not a good idea to sell. So certainly some bullish information there. So let's now look at the investor presentation. Okay, so let's start with the headline. Our mission is to transform renewable energy into net zero drop-in fuel. So this is their investor presentation from March 2021. So let's look at the first slide I'd like to share with you, which is slide number 4, what we do. So this is looking at the business in terms of some of their activities that they're involved in. So we can see here that they design their business with carbon value in mind. They are looking at maximizing the value of renewable energy sources. So they're capturing energy sources, they're looking at photosynthesis, they're looking at renewable natural gas, they're looking at renewable energy, certainly all very, very positive. They're looking at transforming it into energy dense liquid hydrocarbons. So certainly some good positive objectives there from the business point of view and what they are doing. So let's have a look at the next slide. Okay, so next slide I'd like to share with you is slide 7. Headline here is proven technology in production and product use. So they have produced over 33,000 cumulative hours, 150,000 gallons of jet fuel and 110,000 gallons of premium gasoline for our customers. So the thing that draws my attention as an investor is the middle aspect there, 150,000 gallons of jet fuel. So I think certainly going forward certainly in the summer, I do see a lot more positive momentum in the airline industry, and for GEVO, if they're involved in jet fuel for the airline industry, I certainly think there's going to be a good catalyst for that, as I do see that area growing. So certainly going to be more demand for that. So their commercial operations now, let's have a look at. So the corporate headquarters are in Englewood. The other thing that draws my attention there at the bottom is the selected customers and partners. So these are very positive. So we can see we have some airlines here. We have Delta, we have Lufthansa in terms of the airlines. We also have other businesses there as well. So we have Total, we have Aviation, we have SAS. So some good, positive, strong partner companies there. So why does it matter? So we can see that GEVO has technology that is proven to work at relevant scales. The products are certified and purchased by high quality blue chip customers. So they've provided the evidence there. Very good. And as investors, we also need to know about the management team, and they have said here the management team have a positive track record of product design, execution and commercialization. So again, positive headlines here. Okay, so the next slide I'd like to share with you is slide 9, and this is looking at their investment highlights. So strong and experienced management team with a proven track record, commercial scale demonstrated process, pathways to net zero carbon intensity, high supportive regulatory backdrop, and an enormous total addressable market. So basically what they're saying is the market is huge. I certainly agree with that. They're also saying on the right side there is a strong and growing customer demand. So at the moment, during the pandemic, the demand has probably not been huge. However, going forward, I do think that this is going to grow and this is going to become strong. So I do agree with that point as well. So they are also saying they have a pipeline of attractive high return projects. So they have some positive projects in the pipeline going forward. So let's have a look at what else we can see. Okay, so next slide, slide 13, headline here is pipeline of attractive high return projects. So this is what I'm interested in. So in terms of the commentary, they have a current cash balance expected to fully fund development costs and projects of 100 in terms of 100% of project net zero 1, renewable natural gas, licensing, international and other. So obviously what first thing that draws my attention there is the company is cash rich. They do have cash to fund this, so that's positive. And they can also fund development costs for net zero 2 and 3 and partial equity investment in net zero 2 or net zero 3. So that's positive news there. And now let's look at the next slide. Okay, so this is the final slide that I'd like to share with you, and now we're looking at the current financial information. So we're looking at cash, $530.6 million as at 26th of February 2021. Debt, no material debt outstanding. So that is the key positive headline for us as investors. Very, very strong bullish signal there in terms of long-term growth. They have pipeline of projects that we have just seen. So certainly long-term, I do see some positive momentum. Common shares outstanding, approximately 198 million as at 26th of February 2021. So now let's look at a possible strike price. Okay, so let's have a look at a little bit of history on the share price. So on a high, at one point on the 11th of February, it did reach a price just in excess of $14.67. And on the year, this stock has gone up in excess of 600% at time of filming. So good overall growth for the year. What we have seen recently, we have seen a little bit of a pullback. We have seen a little bit of consolidation. So in terms of an entry point for this stock going forward, certainly for Monday, I think if you can catch GEVO, ticker symbol GEVO, anywhere around $8.40. So if we can get a pullback to $8.40, that would certainly be a good entry point going forward. I certainly see this year in 2021, this stock certainly going up to a high again and possibly in excess of $15. So it's now time for lesson of the day. So today's lesson is also going to be another brain teaser. So it's not specifically related to trading on the market and understanding stocks or shares as most of the lessons are. So today is more of a brain teaser in terms of improving your thinking outside the box. So this is the brain teaser. So if you have any answers to this, please put them in the comments, and I'm sure some of you will get this straight away. So the maker does not need it. The owner does not want it. The user does not know he's using it. What is it? So I'll just repeat that one more time. The maker doesn't need it. The owner doesn't want it. The user doesn't know he's using it. What is it? So congratulations to everybody who gets that straight away. Well done. Try not to Google it. Answers in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Please join me again. Stay tuned.